dude for a very large sum of money. Right, then, now that that's all been cleared up, Chris, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Right, well, we're still sitting here looking at a very boring paused screen, so I shall take a quick opportunity to try and get over everyone's items again. Right then. Firstly, Madman, as we already said, got that health flower. In fact, you want to do this because I've lost the will to live.
We've got Ducky apparently building for Staff of the Master, which to me just screams, what the hell are you thinking?
Well, it's not a bad item in terms of the stats it gives you. I mean, granted, the actual effect on his ultimate is practically non-existent, but who cares? I mean, you know, it gives him a decent chunk of survivability, which when you've died 8 times in the game is probably something you're quite interested in. Anyway, next one, Glacius, who's dead and therefore can't be looked at. I think he's going to a tablet of command, which, I don't know, what do you think of the tablet? I mean, I find it's a bit of a love or hate item, really. A lot of people love the damn thing because it's...
I absolutely love the thing, seriously. But this late into the game, it loses much of its purpose.
Well, not really. I mean, it can still get someone horribly out of position. Or
not so much purpose as usefulness, I guess. But when it comes earlier, it has a lot more impact, especially when you consider, I don't know, Andromeda or so.
Yes, I suppose so. Fair enough. I mean, let's see. Tricks on that Thunderwing has actually picked up a Staff of the Master, which is, I guess, it's just a really good stat item, and it's hard to argue with it for that. By the way, yes, I am actually, for those of you who can see the camera, which will be all of you, just randomly scrolling it around, but since there's nothing to actually look at, I don't really care. And see, finally, Kronos finally think of a Savage Mace, which frankly, he could have just gotten instead of a Ruined Axe, in my honest opinion. He's not far off that, he just needs the last Halberd. Now the Hellborn items, Levent, still playing like a water pitch, but he's got a Shaman's Headdress, presumably, which he intends to build with the Barrier Isle, which seems like a pretty good choice for someone whose entire hero role consists of being swapped into suicidal situations and then having those big crap beaten out of him, so I suppose I can't really argue with that. Next up, Overpower, going for a Warp Cleft, which is part of the inevitable Demonic Breastplate. I'll be straight, I really don't like Demonic Breastplate on Pebbles. I mean, it's useful to have on your team, but really, I don't see why Pebbles. I mean, granted he's there, so he's applying the aura, but really, let's be honest, he's not auto-attack reliant. I mean, yeah, sure, he can auto-attack people, but that's
but he gets just so much damage from his ultimate. So.
I guess so. I mean, it's not a bad item for him.
Just look at his damage. Well, maybe not right now because he does have a huge boost from Andromeda, but he has upwards to 100 damage with absolutely 0 damage items.
Yeah, but I just can't.
It does nerf his attack speed. That's why you usually go for a Hyperstone on it. Well, Warp Cleft.
Personally, I just favour building him like a support character, you know, pick up something like a Sheep Stick. Helps your team out like that, rather than try to play a hero who is not a carry as a carry, though, I guess. True. I suppose it's useful for buffing. Oh, finally the pause has stopped, right. Since our syncing issues are probably way out of hand, the
pausing hasn't stopped for me, actually. I paused it while you were on the phone, so let's catch up.
Okay, get out of pause.
Speeding up at 8 times.
Okay, fair enough. Then I should just cover the fairly meaningless game and the spectators.
Okay, it's done. 42, okay, right. 43,
my
44.
time, my game time is 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 46.
Yeah, we're 53, 54, 55.
I'm 6. A second ahead of you, but frankly, I don't care.
Same.
Let's see. Some illusions of progress get blown up by Pebbles, but that's not really newsworthy anymore. And this game.
Well, considering this game, it actually might be news.
I suppose so. Anything you'd like to talk about to relieve the monotony?
I love Christopher Nolan. I want his babies.
Who's Christopher Nolan?
Director of Inception and Memento.
Fair enough.
Writer as well. Yes, he wrote that thing.
Have you played Bioshock at all?
Yes, I did. I absolutely love the game.
Have you played Bioshock 2?
No. Somehow us playing as Big Daddy isn't just as attractive to me.
It's not the whole Big Daddy thing, you know, it's just that Bioshock, I mean, fair enough, you shoot people in it, but I don't really call it an FPS, it's more of a film, to be honest, with happens to have tedious sections of having to shoot people, breaking up the action, and really, I mean, Bioshock 2, they've gone, hey, we made a really great FPS. No, you didn't. You made a really good story. Which, you know, was kind of detracted from by the FPS. And then Bioshock 2, the story is simply not there. It's like, you know. But I know what it would be. Like,
even a comment from Trixie saying action all over the place. See, even MSI agrees with us.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, we're awesome, but I mean, it's just that for me, it seems a bit like in the first time I made a film, right, which was a really good film, and in between you had to play Space Invaders just for the sheer hell of it. A really crap version of Space Invaders, because Space Invaders is awesome. Now the second time I go, hey, people really love playing Space Invaders. I'm going to cut right down on the film and just let them play Space Invaders. So the second time I didn't release a film. I released a crap remake of Space Invaders, which is essentially what Bioshock 2 is. It's a crap remake of the FPS aspects of Bioshock, which I don't care about because I didn't want it in FPS. I wanted a fantastic and imaginative story. It's just... That's really what...
I wanted Andrew Ryan too. That did not...
It's a bit difficult when he's dead.
Well, true enough. I meant something like it, or at least as epic as it.
Yeah, that has to be said. But it's just the character motivation isn't there either. It's just like, yeah, well, Deus Ex Machina, you randomly got resurrected after 10 years, and now someone, for no terribly good reason, wants to kill you.
I'm hoping Portal 2 doesn't suffer from the same stuff.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Portal 2 has a story, but the great thing about Portal 2 is the gameplay, and I trust that to be able to produce a good game to play as a player. Yes,
and Penny picked up Shipwreck.
Oh dear, poor Thunderbringer, he's been turned died. Oh dear, action off all over the place, but Pebbles has been blown up for his trouble. Valkyrie is a very lucky winner of the trade. Magnus finally getting his with the ultimate, does a little bit of damage to K. Magnus, however, is going to be killed from his trouble. MSI getting 50 rounds of KDe here. Oh, and it's completed as a genocide. None of us has a token of life, but frankly, I don't care. I'm still counting on honorary genocide. Oh, and he's going to die. Yeah, Patrick K, GG, P, please. That would be the appropriate series of syllables. I mean, every time a team fight happens, MSI beat the living hell out of KDE. And realistically, unless they're some sort of masochistic bunch of weirdos, and granted they are German, so it's a possibility. However, unless this is the case, and I'm sorry to any Germans who may be listening, including some people who work at game replays, but frankly I'm British, making racist jokes about the Germans is practically a national pastime for me. But barring this eventuality, no, I'm not sure I'd want to bar any eventuality that might be strapped to this team, this game. I mean, I just don't see why they carry on playing it. Okay, fair enough, it's a scrim, but it's supposed to be fun, and it's not fun, it's MSI mopping the floor with their faces. You know, the gang strap stopped working in about 20 minutes. Oh dear, counter gang action by KDe, rather hurtful, but he Crocus might actually die here. Well, then again, maybe not. Magnus goes down, some trouble in trying to intercede, and MSI are going to clean up the barracks. So MSI going to clean up the barracks, clean up the Sonic barrack. Oh, hang on, some action, Chrono Dolphin comes out, what is it? That'll be another double kill from MSI's team. Trying to escape certain data destruction by using Geometer's Bane. Now Valkyrie using her Geometer's Bane to kill people. Oh, and Magnus uses his Geometer's Bane. Why don't we call this hero the Geometer's Bane?
Yeah, seems that way. I just want the next patch to finish that item off. Oh, okay, not exactly that, but at least nerf it a bit.
Yeah, like you said, turn it into notable.
By the way, you know what? Sorry for this replay. I wish I was casting Alien's phone right now.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but actually the thing is, for me at least, I mean, initially it kind of worked, just because...
True.
Well, to put it very simply, I mean,
we're still over a kill a minute, but...
No, no, but originally when people were complaining about it, it was mainly, you know, semi-carries like Puppet Master. Puppet Master's complete rubbish, like Soul Stealer and Forsaken Archer who were using the damn thing, and I could understand that because I was like, hey, it's not the items OP, it's the fact that the heroes who are using it are probably a little bit OP, and frankly, it happens to be a brilliant item for them because they're agility heroes and it's an agility-focused item. However, and then I realised that everyone and their flipping wife is getting jobbed as Bamer, which I